My name is Chevelle Virgil. I'm graduating from Sullivan High School, and I'm 19 years old.
Why is this day important to you?
This day is so important to me because now I actually have time to work on things that I'd rather work on. And now I can now complete school.
What was the most difficult thing about getting to this point?
The most difficult thing about getting to this point, man, it was actually making it to school on time. Because it was such a hassle for me to come from out south all the way to over east on a bus to actually make it there. But I made sure I made it.
What role does alternative schools network play in getting you to this point?
They played a big role because without the alternative schools, I probably wouldn't even have a school because I was kicked out of all other CPS schools. So YCCS, they picked me up and they took me in.
Why is education important to you?
Education is important to me because, my bad. But education is important to me because it's one thing that I know I need to succeed in life.
What are your goals for the future?
For the future, I will be working on new music because I'm a rap artist.
Where do you see yourself in 10 years?
10 years from now, I see myself doing pretty big things.
Anything else you'd like to add?
I will. You say this going on YouTube, right? Go ahead and look me up on YouTube, the Cash Boy Trey. You will see a lot of videos from me. Thank you.
My name is Juanita Smith. I'm 18 years old and I go to Sullivan High School.
Why is this day important to you?
Today is important to me because I worked hard to get here and it was a lot of obstacles to get here and a lot of things that made me think that I wasn't gonna make it. So.
What was the most difficult thing about making it to this moment?
Coming to school every day, being on time every day, turning in work on time, basically.
What role do you feel alternative schools network played in getting you to this point?
Well, if I would have went to a regular CPS school, they would have put me in a grade under my actual grade. So going to Sullivan High School, they put me in my correct grade instead of pushing me back. So I graduated 2016, my year, instead of graduating 2017. So it was better this way for me and everybody.
Why is education important to you?
Education is important to me because you really can't go anywhere without education. I have to go to college or I'm really not gonna have a career. You can't make it in this world without education.
What are your goals for the future?
My goals for the future is to go to Malcolm X, get my bachelor's in science and nursing, and become a travel nurse for Red Cross.
Where do you see yourself in 10 years from now?
Traveling the world, helping Red Cross with natural disasters.
My name is Ariana Willis. I'm 20 and I'm graduating from Sullivan High School.
Why is this day important to you?
This day is very important to me because I finally actually made it. I've been through a lot. I'm 20, first of all. I didn't think that it was even possible for me to still graduate out of high school and be in the age that I am. So that's why this day is important to me.
What was the most difficult thing about making it to this point?
Realizing that I'm not an adult yet. That was the hardest part because, I'm 20, so I think that I'm grown. I can do what I want to do, but this school actually helped me see that you are still a child. You still need your education. You still need to go to school every day and do what you got to do to become an adult.
What role do alternative schools play in getting you to this point?
They played a second chance role. Because my first school, which was Hyde Park High School, I was a senior and then I stopped going. And when I started going to Sullivan House, I started going and then I stopped. So Sullivan House played a big second chance role in my life and really made, she was like my second parent. They were like, get here, be on time, you gotta make it, this is what you really want. So.
Why is education important to you?
Education is important to me because this is what you need to further yourself in life. Without education, you would be nothing. Because how would you be able to know what you need to do in life if you're not educated? So that's why education is important to me.
What are your goals for the future?
My goals for the future are just to go to college and make sure that I don't do the same thing and make sure I don't do the same mistakes that I did in high school, which is giving up and dropping out.
Where do you see yourself 10 years from now?
Where I see myself 10 years from now is driving the latest drop-top Camaro that just came out. I want that Camaro of that year. I want to be an FBI agent. I want to have money. I want to have a big house. I don't want no kids.
If I was getting in trouble, I'm going to be looking young enough. Yeah, get rid of something. Anyway, okay, last question. Now, are you really question? You got any shout outs you want to say or anything you want to add?
Oh, thank you to my mama. Thank you to my best friend over here in the corner. Her interview next. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Sullivan House High School, for helping me get here today.
Hi, I'm Aneesa Jones. I'm graduating from Sullivan House High School. I'm 20.
What's your favorite thing about today?
Making everybody proud that came to see me. Like, they were so happy, and that made me happy.
Okay. What's the most difficult thing about getting to this point?
The work, not even the work, is just getting up and staying consistent, because I had to do 3 years, so consistency was the hardest part. Having to get up and do the same thing over and over, but it was for the greater good and got to graduate.
Why is this day important to you?
Because I worked hard to get here. I had a lot of problems before, and I just got to make everybody proud. My dad, who's no longer with me, and just everybody was happy to be here and celebrate this reason. Because there's so much bad stuff happening, and it's finally a good reason to be here, for some people to gather.
What role do alternative schools play?
A big role. If I would have never found Sullivan House, no telling where I'd be. I probably still wouldn't even be in school.
Why is education important to you?
Because you can't do anything without, education is important to me because you can't do anything without education. It's what you got to do to get to any stage in life, no matter what it is.
What are your goals for the future?
Well, I want to become a radiologist, so moving forward, pushing toward that goal.
Where do you see yourself 10 years from now?
Well, being a radiologist, having my own home, a car, and just being financially stable. Not necessarily rich, but just able to pay my bills on time.
My name is Juliana Berry, and I graduated from Sullivan House High School.
What's your favorite thing about today?
My favorite thing about today is that I'm graduating.
Okay. What's the most difficult thing about getting to this point?
The most difficult thing was getting up and going to school on time.
Okay. Why is education important to you?
Education is important to me because I feel like without it, I wouldn't be really nothing.
Why? What are your goals for the future?
My goals for the future is to become a mechanical engineer.
Where do you see yourself 10 years from now?
10 years from now, I see myself as a mechanical engineer, just living life to the fullest, taking everything day by day.
My name is Kelly Hyneman, and I am a teacher at Sullivan House.
Why is this day important to you?
Oh, this day is important because all of the time that we spend with the students in class, all of the time that we spend out of class with them, everything that they go through, the struggles that they have, the successes, this is the culmination of all of that. Graduation really makes it all worth it when we see the students finally that huge success and to see how happy they are and their families. I feel like it's a lot of validation for teachers that what we're doing really does matter because it leads to success.
What is your favorite thing about today?
My My favorite thing about today is seeing those students each get to go up individually and talk about what this means to them. It's so many graduation students don't get to do that. I think it's obviously a unique thing to us and so meaningful. And even the kids who are sort of quiet and might not talk very much, you get to hear what's really on their mind.
What do you feel the most difficult thing was, like getting students to this point? What's the most difficult thing?
A lot of them have tried for so long, and unfortunately they have met some failures, and so sometimes they hit that last one and they just say, if I don't pass this class or if I don't this, I'm giving up. And so making them see this one last hurdle and that you really can do it, jump over that last hurdle and make it worth it, knock it out of the park.
What role do you feel alternative schools play?
Going back to that idea that a lot of our students have had failures or have had, bad experiences in education, if they were bullied or just it wasn't being taught to them in the way that they needed, and that we finally embrace them, when they get there quickly and say, we got you. We're gonna get over that hurdle. We're gonna see you through, and if there's something different you need, we're going to bring it to you in that way so that you can be successful. I just want to say how exciting it is to be a part of Sullivan House and the lives of so many students. I can't imagine any better job in the world.
I'm Dr. Thomas Cosby, principal of Sullivan House High School.
What is your favorite thing about today?
Seeing the smiles on the students' faces, listening to their speeches, hearing them be as appreciative and I think understanding the struggle that they went through to get to this point. And then seeing the parents and family and their reaction to their student finally achieving a goal that they've been fighting for a few years.
Why is this day important to you?
This day is important to me because it's the reality for our students that they can achieve any goal they want if they work hard. In this case, it was a diploma, and they're working hard. It had to do with the years and the months that they spend coming to school. And I think anytime you reach your dream, it's a happy day for so many people.
What do you feel was the most difficult thing about getting your students to this point?
I think the most difficult thing was having them realize that they can do it. A lot of times they feel that they can't, or in our case of a lot of our kids, they've been in other schools where they weren't successful and they felt that they couldn't do it, or somebody may have told them they couldn't do it. And I think overcoming that and getting through that self-esteem issue for a lot of our kids was a challenge. I think once they realize that anything's possible, and this is just the first step of many steps in their future.
What role do you feel alternative schools play?
The role alternative schools play is that a lot of these kids would have been in CPS and would not be able to go to school and would not be able to graduate because they would have aged out. And so alternative schools give them that chance, in our case 16 to 21, and especially 20 and 21-year-old students who now have a chance to graduate where they would have aged out in CPS and they would have never achieved what they did today.
My name is Darnell Payne, and I'm the Dean of Male Students at Sullivan House.
So why is this day important to you?
It's important to me because it gives the kids an opportunity to really see that they can make it. Most of our kids come from alternative backgrounds. A lot of them have already dropped out. And we're coming into it telling them, you can do this. So the day is finally here that they showed that they could actually do what we said they could do. And that's get their high school diploma.
What is your favorite thing about today?
My favorite thing about today is hearing the kids' speeches. It's just different when you hear them say their accomplishment in opposed to someone else that you really don't know coming in saying what's great about these kids. It's good to hear them saying what's great about themselves. So that what graduation mean to me speeches is what I found to be the best part of today.
What do you feel the most difficult thing was getting the students to this point?
Attendance. I'm the one that stalk you on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever, Snapchat. I'm on everybody's page telling them to get to school. But when the parent or the whatever home setting is not the best, or they didn't sleep that well last night, or they didn't really eat that well last night, or they don't have clean clothes to come to school, to tell them don't worry about that, still to come, it's a hard thing. So when you're telling kids who've already got problems or struggles to do it, and they do it, I think that was the hardest part, is getting them there. If you get them to school, we can help them. But it was about if we can actually get them through the door. I believe that we really become a family. It's not like a number. It's not like a CPS school. Sorry, CPS, where there's 3,000 kids and you know them by a CPS number. I know these kids. I know their parents. I know what church they go to. You know what I'm saying? It's a personal relationship with them where they want to see you happy. They want to please you. They want to say, well, Uncle D, I got a good grade on my test. You know, and they want me to be proud of them. So it's a whole other opportunity when you are so close-knit. Alternative schools are like family. You know, it's like you're at home and you're struggling, and sometimes we fight, and sometimes we have good times, sometimes we have bad times, but the outcome is still the same thing, graduation day. We have open registration Sullivan House on the 24th and the 25th of this month. If you need to come to school, come to Sullivan House. Thank you, guys. Y'all take care.